Here was a great inventive genius who had helped to mold this area. So one expected a hospital in his name to be innovative, to be technologically at the top, because that's who he was.
In history, going back to Hinsdale Hospital, which was the first contact the Kettering family had had with the Adventist Church, I think gave an excellent living example of care for people, particularly the polio epidemics, which were rampant in the 1950s. The concept of whole person care, I think, touched a chord with the Ketterings.
Mr. Kettering, of course, was an engineer, and he was interested in everything that related to engineering, from surgical instruments to the big diesel standby generator over in the power plant.
He was fun. He had a great smile and a wonderful sense of humor. I do remember that as a young child, he had one talent that I thought was pretty impressive. He could walk on his hands. And I think as a child, that was pretty impressive to have your grandfather, because when you're young, you think of your grandparents as being so old. And I know I'm probably about the same age now that he was when he was doing that. And I still can't walk on my hands, but he actually did it up the stairs here. I remember watching him go up several stairs on his hands and was always intrigued by that fact that he could do that.
We tried hard to make friends with everybody in the community. We promised the local hospitals that we would not advertise locally so that we would not disrupt their services. We traveled the country and recruited people, and I think we're unusually successful in putting together an original staff. And we were all new employees. Everyone was equal. And there was a great feeling of fellowship, and we all worked together in a great adventure.
Of course, George Nelson ended up being my next-door neighbor, and he introduced me to Eugene and Virginia Kettering. It was interesting at the time, but they were very impressive people. And I had already studied up on their history with General Motors, and I remembered to buy an Oldsmobile, not a Ford, when I came there.
When I went to go and meet Mrs. Kettering for the first time, she was very engaging, beautiful, vivacious, blue, deep sea eyes. I learned that behind that gentle and gracious set of expressions, there was a lot of energy and fire, which I got to experience in a couple of times. But it was, I felt immediately a warmth and rapport that it only grew over the years.
She wanted to know that anything that she was supporting and was going forward with was the best it could be, and it was the best materials, and it was always improving. That things were always getting better and being done in the best possible light. She didn't like to throw money or her time into things that weren't going to make a difference and have some sort of a change in them.
They saw great things, and they were about creating great things. I don't think they would ever underestimate the capacity of people with mission and commitment to accomplish great things.
That firm foundation continues to today. We now have 7 acute care hospitals plus a psychiatric hospital. We will build on those high expectations that were set at the very beginning, following those principles into the future, because the people that are here now want nothing less than that.
In this organization, you have as your base, your mission, your values, your vision, your people. It's all about your people. You can have great bricks and mortar. You can have great equipment. If you don't have the right people at the base, what are you going to be? Bricks and mortar? Can't do anything. It's your people.